Good morning. Today we're going to clarify the settings for SRP player when using the MDX 540. So I have brought in a nameplate and I want to go over exactly what you need to change and set up to expedite the cutting process. First of all, if you go to File and look at Preferences, you want to check your units to make sure they're at inch, but most importantly go to Cutting Machine. Make sure that the machine that you want to cut with, in this case it's the 540, the MDX 540. We could also use the MDX 40A, but you should only choose that if you're going to cut with that machine. Next, please check the rotary axis unit and the ATC, because we will be utilizing both of those features. And then click Apply. And you may get a message, but you want to click Yes and Continue and OK. Okay. Alright, now we need to look at our length. Our length of our object is 8 inches. It's 3.5 in depth and 0.75 in height. We can go to Type of Milling. You can choose faster cutting time or better finish surface, either way. Doesn't matter to me. If you have a lot of flat planes, now that you may think that because this says curved surfaces that this would be the case because it's curved right here, but that's not a curved surface. That's a curved shape. A curved surface would be something that would be a contour, that would maybe this face was curved. So I'm going to use flat planes. We're going to use a block. Now if you have, now in this case there is something on the bottom. So we want to choose Cut Top and Bottom and add support material. You need to do this or else your piece will fall out. Notice the support material goes all the way through the object. If you do not edit this and change it, that's the way it will come out when you are done milling. So you click Edit and you move these around to the edges and usually centered. The most important ones are the two on the end. The key, always click Apply and then Close. The key is to make sure now that none of the pink is showing in the object where you don't want it to show up. Next we can go to Create Toolpath. Now here we're going to choose Soft Wood, and I have recently learned that you need to add a bunch of length to this because of the addition of the ATC. So I'm going to choose 12.5 inches, which is 4.5 more than the actual length of our object. Here you can choose 3.5. Here we can do 0.75 and then hit Tab. In our roughing, we want to change a couple things. First of all, we do not want the flat. We want the 1/8 inch. We want the 1/4 inch ball. And we want to change our clicking Apply and choose our cutting parameters. We want the cut in amount to be 0.125 and Apply. Notice I also moved the roughing up so it goes roughing, roughing, finish, finish. Our second roughing cut, I will again change the tool from 1/4 inch square to 1/4 inch ball. Clicking Apply every time. Change my cutting in amount to 0.125. And then to really speed up your cutting process under the finishing, we want to make sure we have the 1/8 inch square. And this is the one that will speed things up right here. Cutting in amount and path interval. Change that to 0.03 on both. Apply. 1/8 inch square, Apply, cutting in, 0.03, 0.03, Apply, Close, create our toolpath. and preview our results. So we're at an hour cutting time. You can see the roughing cut and the finishing. So this is where you want to make sure that it's going to look exactly like you want it to when it comes out. And then we can hit perform cutting, making sure that a 1/4 inch ball and 1/8 inch square has been cut or set up. Now the key here is you may need to recut a piece of wood to 12.5 inches long if you did not get that length on your first cut. I just went.